This is really quick for how to tune your guitar. I use an app called Guitar Tuna. It's for Android and iPhone. You can tune it standard. Obviously, just match the green check mark for the for the sixth string. This one. I tune it. If you want to follow along with the same exact pitch that I'm using in these videos, you can tune it to -16. So when you're on the app, and if you hit a key, you see that -21 there? You want to tune it up until it says -16. Alright, so somewhere around there, that's fine. After you tune the sixth string, the rest of them you can pretty much tune by ear. If you're just starting out and you don't really have too good of a pitch, you can still train it. This is very trainable. And usually what I see whenever I start teaching guitar is that people just kind of 100% go towards using the apps or using the tuners to do it for them. There's nothing wrong with that, but if you do want to actually start training your pitch, then this is very good practice. Every time that you tune your guitar, just a little bit per day of doing it, it helps. It'll help out a lot in the long run. So there's kind of basic rules on tuning the guitar. This is like the basic beginner way of doing it. Whoops. If you're looking at over here, we already have the sixth string tuned, so we're going to tune the fifth string. How you do that is on the fifth fret, and again, these are the frets, right? This is the first fret, the second fret, third fret. On the fifth fret, sixth string, you're going to hold it down. So you go to the fifth fret, sixth string, you play that note. We're tuning the next string down, so we're tuning the fifth string. We need to match the pitch of this to the pitch that we just played. So basically this open means you're not holding down any frets. If you play the fifth string open, it should match this sixth string fifth fret exactly. Whoops. If you have trouble hearing the differences, or if you don't really hear a difference at all, it's fine. The more time you put into it and the more focus you put into it, and again, use the Guitar Tuna app to double check yourself. You'll eventually start picking it up on what the differences are, if it's higher, if it's lower, what you need to do, and you start getting a little bit quicker at it. So basically, if I exaggerate the fifth string, maybe this will make it a little bit more apparent, and then this string has to sound exactly like this one. So the fifth string is extremely low. I'm just going to tighten it up so it can match this. Should be. And again, don't worry if you're not getting it soon. I would just suggest if you can't get it exact, which again, a lot of beginners don't expect to get exact, but if you can't get exact, focus on it, try to match it maybe 3-5 times, but like truly pay attention, and then just use the app. Use the app for the next string. Once you tune the fifth string with the app, try to do the same exact process with the following string, the fourth string. You try to do it by ear. Give it a good proper try is about 3 or 4 or 5 times. Or however, it kind of gets boring quick, but the more time you put into it, the better you're going to train it. And then just, again, as soon as if you're not matching it, match it with the app, do the same thing for the third string, match it with the app, do the same thing to the second string. And then the rules for the rest of the strings is pretty simple. The only different one is the second string. So for example, here, we're tuning the fourth string. So the fifth string, the fifth fret has to sound exactly the same as the fourth fret opened. On the third, if we're tuning the third string, it's the same exact thing. Fourth string, fifth fret has to sound exactly the same as the third string open. We're tuning the second string. This is the only different one. The third string, fourth fret has to sound exactly the same as the second string open. And then the pattern goes back to the same pattern in the first string. First string, second string, fifth fret has to sound exactly the same as the first fret open. So I untuned my guitar right before this just so we have so you can see where you kind of want to get to with doing it this way. It's more like and that's more or less tuned. It's not perfect exactly. They did it kind of quick, but you get the idea. A more advanced or intermediate to advanced and I think more accurate way is using harmonics. How you play a harmonic is I'm going to play on the 5th fret 6th string. You kind of just want to barely tap it and try to get a really high pitched sound. So it sounds like this. Again, I'm not pushing all the way down to make a full sound. I'm not muting it. Yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah, muting the string is basically holding your hand over the string so it sounds like this. That muted sound. You want to do that and then release it at the same exact time that you're pressing down on the string. If you can't get that, then don't worry about it. Just keep on practicing it. This is just more intermediate to advanced method of tuning your guitar. And then the pattern that you want to match is basically you only really care about 6, 5, 4, and 3, those strings, because those are the strings that are the lowest, and our ears are more sensitive to higher frequencies. So 5, the 5th fret on the 6th string, and the 7th fret on the 5th string, but played with harmonics. And this one you can kind of tune while it's being played, and that it's just the better you get at it, it's easier to match the frequencies at this rate. So anyways, if you're already getting this far, then the rest of it is 5/7, 5/7, 5/7. Once you have the last 4 strings tuned, the 1, 2, and 3, you can just tune it. Tune it with your ear, just because those are already high frequencies, and again, we're more sensitive to the higher frequency sounds. That's about it.